Peace to all my Scorpios out there in the internet universe. I'm the one and only Shakur Shine, and welcome back and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. Okay? So, like I said, this is a message for my Scorpios. Okay? Your season is quickly approaching. So, we're just gonna, tune in to my Scorpios, and let's see right now, what is the current relationship challenge that my Scorpios are going through? Give us some context and show me what is the current relationship challenge that my Scorpios are going through. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so Scorpios. Mm-hmm. All right, Scorpio. So the first thing that I see, there's a leader, right? The leader card came out in the sixth house. So there's a Scorpio out there, some of my Scorpios out there who are dealing with the current relationship challenge is, how can I say this? It's like you're dealing with, I'm pretty sure I read for a lot of women, a lot of gay men, a lot of that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty sure I'm tuned into, most people I'm tuned into are in their feminine energy, right? Because you're dealing with the masculine, someone who's in their masculine energy who has almost, you feel abandoned, all right? So I'm dealing with Scorpios who are feeling abandoned. You have some childhood trauma wounds around your father, all right? Around masculine energy not being supportive or being present enough with you, okay? So now in your relationship, you're currently experiencing being abandoned again, okay? That's what I'm picking up on. And it is 100% coming from having like an absent father kind of wound, or your father left or whatever, that kind of stuff. He went and got some milk and never came back, all that BS, right? So we have Scorpios out there right now who are dealing with feeling abandoned within their relationship, okay? You're having very turbulent, there's a lot of turbulence going on in the emotional body, and maybe even a lot of mental turmoil right now, because you're having to really do friggin' inner work on yourself, okay? I think that this particular trigger where someone is abandoning you, or someone was there 1 minute for you and now they're not, because there's this absence of the masculine presence in your life, right? There was someone you were dealing with, they were present, and now they're not anymore. And you're having to deal with that, and it's bringing up a lot of stuff for you, okay? And that wound, I'm telling you, that person who you're dealing with, who you feel like abandoned you, it could have been anybody, honey. It could have been anybody, right? And it's not even about them. It's about the fact that that abandonment wound is inside of you, okay? And you're really, really having to address it. Maybe you ignored it. Maybe this is the first time that you actually have felt that. You know what I mean? Maybe it's the first relationship that actually triggered that for you. But you're having to focus on yourself. Like, you have to intensely focus on yourself, and because that's the situation, that's what this is calling for, that trigger. And I understand that particular wound. I understand how feeling abandoned can hurt so bad, and I'm sorry that you're going through that, right? But right now you're really having to do, like, really address your thought process and your inner child a lot, okay? So let's see. So we're gonna read on the masculine that you're dealing with. We're gonna tap into their energy, and we're gonna see what. So obviously this person is not around. Okay, what kind of thoughts is this person? What's going on in their mind? What's going on in this person's mind? What are they consciously thinking? Let's see. What kind of conscious thoughts is this person thinking about my Scorpio? But Scorpio, it's so funny. Even though this person isn't there, this person is thinking about, like, romantic interactions with you, and showing up and being present and all of that kind of stuff, and actually bringing presents and all of that. So it's like they're thinking about this, but I want to see But subconsciously, what's going on in their subconscious mind? Like, what kind of subconscious story is this person have playing out in relation to our Scorpio? Like, what's going on in their subconscious mind? Because I want to know why they behaving. What's their subconscious story right now? Hold on. What is this person's subconscious story in relation to our Scorpio? What is it they have planned in their subconscious that is dictating their behavior? Give me a clarifier on this person that the Scorpio is dealing with. Show me their subconscious blueprint. Like, what is the story? Yeah. So this person. So first of all, I don't know what's going on with their mind, but they have a lot of scattered thinking going on. That's first and foremost. It's like this person, they are having a hard time thinking logically. But it's like they're having a hard time thinking logically because this person this person has a lot of wounds with the feminine. So it's like your traumas are matching up, right? This person is someone, they have a hard time like understanding their emotions, right? Like, and I think that they lean on, even if I feel like they try to lean on logic a lot of time, and they try to, you ever hear people like, I'm logical, and then they have emotional outbursts, and they can't express themselves. It's like, you're not that logical if you can't use your communication faculty to communicate what's going on inside of you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this person, this is someone who claims they're logical, but it's not really it's like not integrated within them, because their subconscious, they have wounds with the family. They have deep-seated wounds, probably mother wounds, that it's deep in their subconscious. They have a hard time understanding their own emotions, and this is why they are not as expressive, they're not showing up, and all that different type of stuff, because they say they're logical, but this is just someone who suppresses their emotions because they don't understand. And I remember I dated someone, and I know how I feel as soon as I feel it. I know exactly what emotion, I know how I feel, and I can tell you, right? I did not realize that there were people who did not know how they felt. Like, and I understand sometimes you need to take a moment, take a break, but it's like this person, that's what I'm kind of picking up on. Like, the reason they're not communicating, the reason they're not showing up is because in times of emotions and all of that kind of stuff, they do a big retreat. But I think from what I'm seeing, like, their subconscious mind is that this person, they just have they don't have the healthiest relationship with feminine energy. So no, they won't have a healthy relationship with their own feminine energy within. Okay? But like I said, consciously in their daily thoughts, this person is thinking romantic thoughts about you and imagining them showing up, and presents and flowers and all that kind of stuff. But let's just dig more into this story. Let's dig more into them right quick. Show me the person on Scorpio's mind, this masculine. What emotion? Like, how are they actually feeling about our Scorpio? Like, what are their true feelings for Scorpio? In their heart of hearts, what is this person's true feelings for Scorpio? And give me one more clarity. Okay, so this person, like, they're not. So the conservation is in the seventh house. So the way that they're even approaching the relationship, I will say, I think this person respects you. I think that this person respects you, like, emotionally. This person is very reserved. Okay, the conservationist energy is very reserved, and it's conservationists. They reserve themselves. But also, I feel like this person is feeling like, um, they're trying to feel into the dynamic of where this is going, what this is. Like, this person could also have like deep spiritual beliefs and all that. They could be very spiritual inclined themselves, right? And because the way that I see this person feeling about you and feeling towards you is like this, I think part of them being reserved is because they respect you and they're trying to figure out the actual purpose, what's going on. And with the peacekeeper in the fifth house, I really think that this person, like, on an emotional level, is trying to be like, okay, if this is someone I'm gonna lock in with, they're like, we have to be like spiritually bound, soul mission. This is someone who could be like, the mission is what matters, a very purpose driven type of masculine energy, someone who feels like they have a calling over their life. And on an emotional level, they're trying to see if you two can share that same calling, right? And I think that they see your power. I think that this person not just see, but they feel your power, and they feel a certain resonance of respect for you. But this isn't someone who is just like swimming in the emotional waters. They're more like, this could be a Capricorn, right? Because this person is like it's like a mountain. What I'm seeing is like a mountain inside of an ocean. So imagine the emotions are the ocean. This person is not in the ocean. They're in the mountain that's growing out of the ocean, if that makes sense. That's the best like analogy I could give you. So it's like they're on top of the mountain that is inside, that's growing out of the ocean, but they're not deep in the ocean. You get what I'm saying? Because this person has a hard time connecting with the depths of their own emotions. All right. And that could come from, maybe they had like a mother who was just extremely like emotionally expressive or whatever. And this person could be like, I don't want to be like that. Like, I'm going to be like, you know, I'm going to be like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be more, keep my cards closer to my chest. I'm going to, be a bit more adept emotionally, right? Sometimes we can spiritually bypass ourselves and not feel what we're feeling, right? And just hop right into, well, I'm above all emotions. I'm above feelings. It gives me that kind of vibe, This person is just kind of like above their feelings and emotions and stuff like that. They could even like look down on that. Let's see. Okay. But what is this person's intention towards our Scorpio? Like, I see that they're trying to spiritually become in alignment. And this person's like, what will be will be. They even have that kind of mindset. Okay. What is this person's intentions towards our Scorpio? And Scorpio, I like when I'm picking, like, I think that it's just like you're someone, you're deep, right? You're deep and you're in emotions, and I don't know, you know, like I think this person could also be afraid of your emotions. You know what I mean? If there's someone who naturally suppresses their emotions, and they're not in tune with how they feel, seeing other people sometimes be in their emotions could be like, whoa. You know what I mean? This person, like the masculine, they are gonna try to establish some sort of communication with you. Okay, that's their intentions. They want to bring order and understanding and clarity through clear, direct communication with you. Okay, because the leader is in this second house, Bagua. So I'm not, when I say second house and all that kind of stuff, I'm not using traditional astrology. I wish I had my book. I'm using Bagua astrology. I'll see, one of my mentors is a creator of Bagua astrology. Shout out to Rakim Sekou at the Progressive Love Academy. Okay. So yeah, this person, they're gonna try to bring order through communication with you. Okay, they do want to come in the devotee and honor your emotions and honor the relationship that you guys have, right? And this masculine is gonna step forward. All right, like I said, and they're even in their conscious thoughts, they they were thinking of, doing something romantic, like bringing order to the relationship, right? And gifts and flowers and all that type of stuff. So I do expect this masculine to step forward and be present, and give you some sort of clarity through communication. Okay, they do want to be emotionally connected to you, and it's like a pure emotional connection. I think this person wants to emotionally support you in what you're going through and feel your emotional support too. You could even have a family together, right? And maybe this person, like, maybe like this is a situation, like, I don't know the exact situation, right? This is a general reading, but just a story I can make up in my head is like, you have a family and that kind of stuff, and for some reason the father or the masculine, whoever holds the masculine polarity relationship, left the house and all that kind of stuff, and so now they're gonna come and bring some clarity as to what's going on with them. Okay, so it's just that kind of vibe. It's just that kind of vibe. And so, give me, show me what's going on with my Scorpio, with their mind, and what's going on with my Scorpio right now. Just show me what's going on with my Scorpio who's watching this. Give me insight into my Scorpio. What's going on with them? Yeah, look, Scorpio, is you. You the queen. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say? Didn't I say that this person they wanted to honor you? Okay, that's what's going on with you. I think you have. I don't think that you're like an emotionally out of control person at all, but you're someone who, the devotee, like you, yeah, I have feelings, I have emotions, and I'm gonna share my heart, I'm gonna share how I feel. It's in a very balanced way. She showed up in a very balanced suit. You respect yourself too much to be on the floor groveling, right? You're the queen. You're the queen, Scorpio. Period, point blank. And like I said, this masculine, they want to come in and bring order to the situation and honor their queen, right? They know, but again, this masculine has some sort of issues with their emotions, right? They take a minute to understand their feelings. This is someone who tries to be above the emotional realm, but what they don't know is the ocean rises, baby, and that mountain will get swallowed up by the ocean. And now it's at the bottom of the ocean floor. You're eventually gonna have to feel what you are feeling, right? That's what they don't understand. And yeah, Scorpio, I see you showed up completely balanced, emotionally harmonious. Okay, you hold it down. If you have children with this person, you a great mother. They see you as a great mother. They see you as a great counterpart, a great like someone who is very supportive. You don't rush them. You don't push them. Excuse me. When I do readings, because I'm channeling, I burp a lot. Let me see. So let's see. Give me some advice for Scorpio right now dealing with this particular masculine. Give me some advice for Scorpio on how to move forward dealing with this masculine. Okay, listen, I'm gonna be real. And look, devotee at the bottom of the deck. It's time for you to tap into your feminine power. Use the power of your imagination to shift your relationship. Whatever you want to do in order to like how you want your relationship to be, how you want your masculine to show up. Oftentimes, people don't know what feminine power is. They talking about be feminine, be feminine. They don't know what they're talking about. If you really want to learn feminine power, I'm going to put the link in the bio at Pantheon Community Center, Spiritual Center. That's how you use feminine power. The power of the imagination, trance, meditation, okay? To visualize your relationship into what you want it to be, Okay, now that's some high level stuff, but you got to do it. That you have to do the inner work around yourself. Remember, I saw that the challenge was, Scorpio, that you were probably dealing with some father wound issues. Okay, so the more you heal that, the more that the masculine is going to show up in a different type of way. But things like trance and meditation are super important for you. Doing a lot of meditations to heal your inner child, meditations um, to create your relationship how you want it to be. Okay, if you want there to be harmony and love and reciprocity, you need to take that into meditation, take that into trance, and see it, plant it deep within you. Okay, within your heart, so that it can begin to manifest in the physical. Okay, what's happening with the inner wound of the father wound is that we when you have that type of wound, you expect masculine energy to abandon you. You expect it, and so therefore you create it. You get it? You get what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? And no, it might not be a conscious thing. It's in your subconscious. So you're rewiring your subconscious right now. Okay? No. The masculine energy loves me. Masculine energy is always here to support me. Men love me. Men are always here to support me. Every man loves me. Every man takes good care of me wherever I am. Right? And when you begin to affirm those types of things, literally, you be at the grocery store, man, be like, "Oh, can I do this for you? I got you." You know what I mean? That's why certain people in feminine energy, like your feminine power can work in for you or against you. Okay. And so you just want to be able to control the narrative of your inner world, right? So rewrite that narrative, okay? But you can only do it through meditation. I don't know what these people, you need to meditate. You need to meditate, okay? And recreate your reality from the inside out. Starting with healing those father wounds, okay? Heal those father wounds, and your masculine is going to show up a lot more, a lot better in the way that you want to be showed up for, okay? So give me a little bit more. I'll put one more card for you, Scorpio, before I end this reading. This has been a beautiful reading. I hope that you enjoy it. I'm going to put all my links in the bio. You can join my community. I have a community that we have now, Pantheon Spiritual Community Center. It's beautiful. We do lots of great spiritual work. Okay. Yeah, look. Yeah, look. Okay, yeah. And it's like, how can I say? It's like also, Scorpio, with the monk and how he's showing up, do a little bit more studying on masculine energy, all right, and male psychology and men and all of that. If you're someone who dates men, you need to learn more about men, not just from what you've been taught or colloquial things. Men should do this and men should do that. No, you should get more into the psychology of masculine people, men, energy, all of that kind of stuff, because there's also a gap in the education, right? There's also a gap in education in work, in how to be in relation with someone who's in their masculine. If you're someone who's very feminine, all right, you are very right brain leaning and all of that kind of stuff, you're gonna have a hard time really understanding someone who's more left brain, and someone who's more left brain is gonna have a harder time understanding you, right? It's just okay, but the bridge to both of those things is education. Education illuminates us, okay? So read a book. I know reading book that went out of style. Read some books on, you know, and not just the stuff on like how to get a man and that kind of stuff. I'm talking like get into the psychology, get into the metaphysics of it all. All right, don't just do the monk don't do surface level. The monk is deep with it. All right, the monk is deep with it, and also, if you've been reaching out to this masculine and texting them and that kind of stuff, just let go of control. You got to give it to God right now. If they're not in your reality, if they have abandoned you, or you just feel abandoned, they're not showing up how they used to show up, remember, you are very powerful, okay? And it's just work on yourself, work on your inner world, okay? Do a lot of meditation, affirm the reality that you want to affirm, right? Focus on feeling more secure within, right? Do that. because that's what's going to shift your reality. Trying to text this person, call this person, reach out so that you can feel better, all of that kind of stuff is actually not going to change your reality. It's not going to change the circumstances of your relationship, okay? So that's my so that's the message. I hope this resonates with you. Again, I'm gonna put my links in the bio so you can take a look and join my community if that's what you want to do. We're doing a lot of moon work, manifestation work, solar work, feminine work, masculine work, whatever you're looking for, we got it. All right. And also my link is gonna be down there for one-on-one. If you just need clarity and support on your personal relationship that you're going through right now. All right. I am the one and only Shakori Shine. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.